In 1942, a forbidden love story unfolded between a male SS camp guard at Auschwitz and a beautiful Jewish woman. A new documentary titled Love It Was Not appears to be a romance that seems unrealistic and deviant. In the Auschwitz concentration camp, where approximately 1.1 million people, mostly Jews, were killed, a Jewish prisoner named Helena Citrónová and an SS Nazi corporal named Franz Wunsch fell in love. Helena was born on August 26, 1922, in the city of Wunsch to a middle-class Jewish family. Her father was a singer, and Helena enjoyed singing from a young age. She even dreamt of performing on a big stage as an adult. Her older sister, Rosa, got married and emigrated to Palestine but returned in 1939, because her husband couldn't find work there. The story begins in the spring of 1942. At that time, the Slovakian government deceived young unmarried women, offering them opportunities to work abroad. 2,000 single women from Slovakia were deported in 2 trains to the Auschwitz concentration camp, and Helena Citrónová was among them. In reality, the Slovakian government sold these women for around 200 Reichsmarks each to the Germans. Upon arrival at Auschwitz, the girls quickly realized they had been deceived, and their expressions immediately turned to fear. Once in Auschwitz, Helena was forced into labor. Her first job was assisting in demolishing a ruined building in the camp. Guards forced the girls to remain at the work site, even when parts of the structure they were demolishing began to collapse. However, when Auschwitz opened its gas chambers and crematoriums, the killing capacity at the camp increased drastically. A few hundred meters from the gas chambers and crematoriums in Birkenau was an area within the camp referred to by prisoners as Canada. It was named so because Canada was seen as a wealthy country. Belongings of the prisoners were taken from them upon arrival and transported there. These items were then sorted and sent back to Germany. Most of the prisoners working in Canada were women, and it was one of the few desired jobs in Auschwitz. Later on, Helena also secured a job in Canada, and on her first day working there, Franz Wunsch, an SS guard responsible for the gas chambers at Auschwitz, was celebrating his birthday. The SS guards suddenly sought a singer for their colleague's birthday, and Helena was asked to sing for him at his birthday party. If she made a good impression, Helena was told that she might be allowed to work in the warehouse section. Helena eventually did her best to sing the only German song she knew, It Was Never Love. Franz Wunsch, who celebrating his birthday, heard her singing and immediately fell in love with her. From then on, he secretly sent her gifts and love letters, using his influence to protect her from the harshest punishments. When Wunsch visited the barrack where Helena worked, he would throw a love letter to her, which she always rejected. However, after a long time, Helena began to soften towards Wunsch's gestures. Everything changed in 1944, when Helena's sister, Rosa, along with her husband and 2 children, were brought to Auschwitz. Helena found out that her family would be sent to the gas chambers and sent a secret letter to Wunsch to save them. Wunsch then asked for Helena's sister's name and promptly saved her. He managed to rescue her sister, who was already in the gas chamber, but could not save other family members. In January 1945, as the Soviet army approached Auschwitz, Wunsch contacted Helena for the last time, sending warm clothing and socks for her journey home. After the Nazi regime fell, Wunsch spent years searching for Helena using the International Tracing Service of the Red Cross, and repeatedly wrote letters to her. However, Helena had married and settled in Israel. One of Helena's relatives wrote to Wunsch demanding that he stop writing to Helena. Wunsch eventually returned to Austria, married, and started a family of his own. In 1972, he was tried for war crimes, and Wunsch's wife then asked Helena to testify on her husband's behalf. Helena eventually traveled to Vienna, and explained in court how Wunsch had been kind to her and also how she had witnessed him being brutal towards other Jewish people. However, in the end, Wunsch was acquitted as his sentence for his crimes had expired.